Active shooter, 1013. Officer down. Civilian or cop, how are you going to react at the time? Let's watch this video and look at this actual shooting in New York City that the NYPD had to respond to at a very elite building on Park Avenue. The date is July 28, 2005, at 345 Park Avenue, one of the most prominent buildings in New York, home to the headquarters for the NFL, Blackstone. They've got money, they've got good security there, but what they also have is an active shooter who went on a rampage at 6:28 at night. Let me take you through this shooting. I will tell you this, when you're a cop and you start your shift, it was always this way for me, and I don't know any cop who isn't this way. You never think about not ending your shift. You don't think about being out there and losing and not coming home from your shift, because you're out there to win and take every incident you come up with, you're going to come out on top. That's the attitude you have. At the end of this video, though, we're going to find that one brave soldier with the NYPD didn't come home that night. An officer down. This incident begins at 6:28 p.m. when a 27-year-old Sean Temura, a Las Vegas resident, arrives in New York City after driving cross-country from Las Vegas. He came with his black BMW, armed with an M4 rifle. Interesting character, former football player, got somehow a license to carry a concealed weapon, and apparently licensed as a security guard. He stops out in front of the building, 628, double parks his car, gets out, and walks in, boldly strutting towards the lobby of this building, looking for his yet-to-be-confirmed target. Now, what do you do when you see this happening? In the lobby of the building as he enters, there's an NYPD and they're working. Only been on a short little while. He's going to end up giving his life here to this active shooter, who comes in, points the gun at him, and empties a number of rounds, apparently into his back, as he was working to try to secure the building. Remember these three things in an active shooter if you're a civilian. Run, hide, and then fight. As he enters the lobby, kills the NYPD officer. There's a woman in the lobby. She sees this going down. She takes cover behind one of the big metal pillars in the lobby. Good move, but you have to remember to keep moving if someone has seen you, because you're not hidden at that point. He sees you. He comes over and apparently hunts this woman down, shoots her, and kills her. You got to try and keep that cover between you and the attacker somehow. God rest her soul. Now the attacker moves to the security guard, who's over by the elevator bank. It's good security going to this building. I suspect you're not getting into those elevators and you're not going up without an access card or without somebody vouching for you. However, he takes aim at the security guard. He crouches down in behind the counter for security, and he gets shot. We haven't seen the video on this yet. He walks around back to shoot him. Once again, hiding is only good if he doesn't see you. The shooter does not see you. Then you're just better off running. God rest his soul. Over to the elevator, Sean goes, gets in. Now, where was he going? Because he ends up on the 33rd floor, which is the management floor for the building, the management company. I suspect that might have been the only floor that was on open access. If you hit the button, it takes you there. Was he going to the NFL floor? This former football star? Is that what he was doing? Going to take out something? Did he have brain injury problems or something? All speculation. Why is he going to do this? There's also reports of some type of medication being found in his car and mental illness. Was he going to even some sort of score? Off he goes in the elevator. Now, while this is going on, the call comes out over the radio. Lots of people calling in 911. Call goes out. 1013, officer down. 1013, officer down. MOS, member of the service, down.
Okay, set up that 13. What is the location? Central injured? Down. Clear the air. What unit is clear the air at this time? What unit is called in?
Let me tell you, when you're a cop and you hear that,
I need units over there. 121, boy, going. 10-4. Not 12, going. 10-4, right now. 10-4, they're coming. Be advised, is it an MLS shot or is it a civilian that shot? You advise.
Everything you do stops. You drop, you let just about anybody go, you got someone cuffed, you throw them in the back, you do whatever. You go get to that scene to rescue your brother or sister who's calling for assistance. The adrenaline goes. You're trying to get the best information, the best location. You're also working to keep off the radio with unnecessary chatter so the necessary information can get through. Leave it to the dispatcher and the best connection that they have to put it to you. You arrive on the scene. You're hearing more information about an active shooter. You have to go into your role. Now, NYPD is a very capable force. They would have done lots of practice on this. Man, they've got some of the best, even just the street cops when it comes to using the handguns are very, very good because there's lots of weapons in New York City. You're approaching. You're trying to keep cover yourself. You don't know where the shooter is. You don't know what the weapon is. So the cops are taking cover behind cement pillars that bullets can't go through. They'll have their body armor on. They start approaching the building. What do? They go right in looking for the shooter. This is the newest thing that came about. They started defining with active shooters is you have to go right to the target. Let me tell you, would you do that? You got to be a pretty brave warrior to be running towards an active shooter. But that's what these men and women do. On they go. Shooter gets up to the 33rd floor. People are hearing gunshots. Some report hearing 10 or more gunshots. What do? They tried to run where they could. People were getting out where they could. Other ones are hiding. They're in their office. They've got it barricaded with every couch thing they can find to put up between them and the shooter to find time. That's what they're doing. That's what you do. If you can't get away, you put up all the barricades you can. And then you get ready to fight if you need to. You get a plan. You get a fistful of something in your hand. Go grab some salt from the salt shaker. Throw it in the eyes. Grab yourself a leg off of the table. Make a club out of it. You get ready to fight because that's what it's going to take to save your life. Now, the NYPD are coming into this. They're keeping their eyes out. People are flowing out of the building. You don't know when the shooter may just come out in that flow. You got to keep your eyes open, your awareness up, your ability to respond very, very quick. The training kicks in here. Let me tell you, if you don't do your training, same for these citizens that are in these offices. I used to do commercial security for a very large global Fortune 50 company. You have to drill the run, hide, fight so that people remember to do it. Do it every time you do a fire drill as far as I'm concerned. Get people to learn it. I will tell you this though, in a panic, your training kicks in, and if you're trained well, that's when you use your weapons well, that's when you use your eyes well, that's when you take action well. So the NYPD are out clearing people. They're looking for injured. They're preparing for a mass casualty event as well. Now, one other man was shot in the lobby. Turns out it was a BlackRock employee. I don't know if this is the man. You see NYPD carrying this guy out, getting him to safety out of the distance of a possible shooter so that the officers don't take shots. One of the other things you have to think about if it's a terrorist attack. Many times secondary attacks are launched on the first responders. NYPD knows that. That's why they evacuate the man. And God bless this officer. Look how hard he is doing CPR on this man to try to save his life. This guy is giving it all he can. Fire department rolls on scene to help take over with all of their tools. God bless these first responders. Now, Temura is up on a floor. Maybe the one he wanted, maybe not. He's shooting. Nothing is going on. He's hearing the sirens down below. Because trust me, when you put a 1013 call in, you are going to hear sirens coming from all over. And when you're the copper that's sitting there, if you're the one that's calling for it, if you're the one that's lying wounded, man, I tell you, every minute passes like an hour. So here's the great response. Now this man, Shane Temura, knows what's coming. And he ends up taking his own life with his M4, thus ending the real danger. But not the episode yet for the police. The police still have to clear this building. They have to figure out how to get through. They have to confirm that he is down and confirm that there's nobody else working with him. Then they have to go and find all the people who are hidden. And you knock on the door, say police. People may not believe it because that would be the same thing that an active shooter might do. So they have to work out the little code between them. Sometimes there's code words the police use, or they get someone else there that's a friendly voice. The people know, they stand down, and they get those people out. Clear the building. Now the first thing the investigators are thinking we were getting this call is, hey, let's go find this guy's car. Let's go find where this guy was staying. Let's go track down everything we can about this guy. Let's nail down the last 48 hours. Let's find all we can. Immediately in touch with the Las Vegas Police Department. They went straight to the guy's apartment. They informed them about his concealed carry permit and whatever information they had on this man. Police departments work closely together when this happened. Now, the trauma lives on though. The officers who knew this officer who went down, they're going to live with that. It's not always easy. The family's going to get that flag at the funeral. Same for the security officer who was killed. The other person who were killed there. You're going to need post-traumatic trauma training and counselors to come in for all of the employees. And I'll tell you, you don't know how hard this hits some people. And you really don't know how hard it can hit some cops as well. A lot of damage still done, more than just the bullets that day. But will you know what to do in an active shooter situation? Will you know to run, hide, and then fight? Will you have an idea? Well, you better drill it. You better think it over. And you be thankful for those men and women in blue who answer the call. This is Ross McLean for the McLean Chronicles.